What's up, family? Welcome to Ask to My Odds.
Where we challenge you to stop playing and start pushing.
This right here is my beautiful wife, Aiyana.
And this right here is my hard-working boo. My husband, Ayize.
What's up, y'all?
What's happening, y'all? All right, we're coming to you today because we want to share something. And of course, we don't want to just share just to be sharing, but I have been, I'll speak for myself specifically, really anticipating this video and this message and marinating and meditating on exactly what we were going to share, how we were going to share this, because it's really important to us. And what we're getting ready to share with you has already been and will continue to be life-changing for us individually and collectively as a family.
Yeah.
So I know you're like, what is it? What you talking about? But I'll just get started with kind of giving you, particularly for those who have not followed us and don't know some of our story, some background. And baby, feel free to pop in from time to time. Okay. All right. He just told me a little bit ago, like, I'm gonna fall back, boo. You just go ahead and do the video. I'm like, nah, boo. This is our story. I'm not rapping the whole time, even though I know I could. Come on in here with me. So look, y'all. And you gotta sometimes cut me like, boo, I already got enough. You know what I'm saying?
Can you please get with the story?
You understand what I'm saying?
I got you, bro.
So look. Really?
Hey, but y'all, for real though,
Is this
y'all might want to grab some tissue.
Huh?
You might want to grab a box of tissue.
Oh, you think so? So look, guys.
Maybe I should grab.
So
a box
many
of tissue
years
for your
ago.
ass.
So many years ago, my husband and I had our firstborn child, 13 going on 14 years ago. And I remember my mother saying to me, once she digested that I was pregnant, we were not yet married, and she was, wrapping her mind around that. I remember her saying to me, I think you might have sickle cell trait. You might want to check that out. Real casual and nonchalant like. I was like, what? Okay. Didn't think anything else of it. Next time I went to the doctor, told the doctor, and the doctor's like, okay, we'll check you. And then she comes back and lets me know, yeah, you actually do have the trait. Oh, okay. She said, you need to get the father to get tested as well. Oh, okay. Because if he's also a carrier of the trait, then there is a chance that you could have a child with sickle cell disease. Okay, whatever. Like, it was so like, yeah, whatever. That's not really what are the chances of that? For everything, it was like, what are the chances of that? And so ultimately, Ayize got tested. He found out he had the trait. And even then we were like, what are the chances that we're actually going to have a baby with sickle cell disease? And we're very, at least me, I don't know how you were feeling.
Even though we know statistically that there was a 25% chance that the child would have sickle cell.
Right. We knew it was 25%. But in my mind, I was just thinking, that's not going to happen. Right. And I didn't know much about sickle cell. And I just was like, it's not going to happen. So we had a child with sickle cell disease. And our lives were forever changed. Been through so much with this boy of ours who we love dearly and who has come into the world and taught me so much about not only what it means to be a mother and to be a giver and to be a sacrificer, and to be able to totally align yourself with another human being in terms of trying to get a sense of what they're going through. He's taught me that and so much more, because this little boy has just been a trooper. He's been a warrior. He's dealt with pain crises and been in the hospital and been in the intensive care unit and had surgery.
Blood transfusions.
Acute chest syndrome, which is when you have sickling in your chest, and he has asthma and
avascular necrosis.
So much stuff, right? Yes, avascular necrosis, which is what he had to have surgery on in his hip. And so he's been through a lot. Our family has been through a lot. And so probably maybe, I don't know, 2-3 years ago, the doctor told us, we inquired and wanted to know kind of where he fell. The thought is not in the sickle cell community that everyone should get a bone marrow transplant, which is what the cure is for sickle cell. The thought is if you have severe sickle cell, you're having really severe symptoms, that the risks of a bone marrow transplant, because there are risks, do outweigh you're not getting it. And so there are only some who will be eligible. And so the doctor told us after one particularly really close call, as he called it, of acute chest, he's eligible. And so we got our children tested. The best kind of match for...
It's a sibling match.
Right, for a cure is a sibling, a brother or sister. And, for those of you who know a little bit about bone marrow transplants, whether it be for cancer or for, sickle cell or some other kind of disease, there are bone marrow registries and you can go on and find people, but that's very difficult, particularly for African Americans. And so we put them on the registry. We've been to different hospitals. We've had consultations.
We've done bone marrow drives?
Yes, we've done drives. We've gotten our children tested. All these kids we had. I said, ain't not now one of them is a match. Come on now. I was a little irritated about that. So we went through all of this. And so we left out, we've done some in vitro fertilization attempts, right? Trying to use advanced technology to see if we could have a baby that was a match. I'm the type of sister that's like, hey, I'm going to get educated. I'm going to Google. I'm going to call this doctor. We're going to consult because I see other people out here in the world getting cured. So my child is going to get cured too. We're going to make this happen. And I actually, even at some point in time, had a thought in my mind, if we can get him cured by this time, then he can be done and, wrapped up with that and then move on into high school. And so, I had it planned out. Any woman out here know what I'm talking about in terms of trying to control things and have a certain timeline for how you want to see things happen in your life. But I'm here today to tell you that how long ago was it that we did the video where we shared that we were pregnant?
About a month ago.
About a month ago. We shared with you that we were pregnant. And I'm 5 months now. And one day my husband said, hey, where your period at? I said, oh, I'm good. He track it better than I track it. And he's like, no, you need to get that check. You need to go get a test. And I was like, no. He's like, no, we getting a test. And so lo and behold, I was pregnant. Every other time we've been pregnant, we've known. My husband's like, there's a chance here. We slipped up, whatever. We didn't have any sense of that. And found out that we were pregnant, went to the doctor, began going, and we had to get the test to see if the baby had sickle cell. And we got a test to see if this baby, by chance, just by chance, because again, wasn't really expecting that would really happen, would be a match for our son, Asante. And the baby is a match. And I cannot tell you what that instantly did for me. What it instantly did for me as a mother, I told my husband, if I passed away, and I know you like, don't say that again, when I said, if I was just done after the baby came, as a mother, my heart is just at peace to know that my son has the opportunity to be cured. My son has this blessing. And my life was instantly changed because I realized that I was trying to work it out. We were trying to figure it out. And yes, you are supposed to do all that you can to try to figure things out in your life, but you never have full control over what is happening. All you can do is try to get in alignment with what the Creator is doing in your life. All you can do is try to figure things out the best you can. But at the same time, what I learned from this situation is that you have to surrender. And it wasn't until I surrendered. It wasn't until I said, we've been doing a lot in vitro and consultations and bone marrow drives and so forth. And I just kind of settled back. And I still had the belief in my mind and in my spirit and in my heart, he's going to be cured. I tell my son all the time, oh, you're going to be cured. I don't know when, I don't know how, but it's going to happen. And I said that to him several times with the utmost confidence. And I realized that when we have the belief that we need to have, when we carry that energy into our everyday lives when it's just there. See, for me, there are a lot of things there may be some difficulty for us to believe because we want to believe it, but we have doubts. But for me, there was no other option. There has never been any other option. If there's another option, the option means that he won't be cured. The option means that he's going to continue to have struggle and difficulty. The option means that he is going to live out his life dealing with something that's going to harm or bring such pain to him. That's not an option. So for me as a mother, it's easy to get down with absolute belief. I don't know how, but I know it will happen. And I just want to ask you today, what in your life do you need to give absolute belief to? And I had to look up the word belief. My husband said, what are you doing? I said, I looked this up. Belief is an acceptance that a statement is true or that something exists. You believe it exists. And how many of us need to be able to believe that something exists even when we don't see it, when we don't see the love flowing between us and our partner, when we don't see what we need to manifest or what we want to happen anywhere near us in our atmosphere, when we don't see it, but it exists. We just haven't arrived there yet. It just hasn't occurred yet. And God already knows it. It's already there, but you have to believe it. And I really do believe. I do believe that in this situation, this experience, that God just really used this to say, you know what? All you have to do is believe that it will happen. All you have to do is have faith. All you have to do is have a little bit of faith, and I will work out the details. You don't have to understand or know all of the details. You don't have to figure out how it's all going to line up. All you got to do is have peace and just be still and know that I am God and that I got you and your family. So today, I am so pleased. I am so elated. I am so happy that we can sit here before you and say that the child that I am carrying in my belly is coming into the world in his own right. He's a little baby boy, and he's coming to live out his purpose. But wow, God already blessed him to be able to be a blessing to our family, to his big brother, because he is a perfect match for my son, so that he can cure him of sickle cell. Oh my God. I told this story so many times, and people just look at me and they say, what? But when I let go, but when I step back, God worked it all out. And so we just hope that this is inspiring to you.
Yeah.
We hope that it speaks to you wherever you are and whatever situation it needs to speak to you in, to know that sometimes things look real confusing, real hazy, real complicated, and sometimes they are. And that's when you need to get a clue, and you need to take your cue from the Creator and just have the belief that it will work out, that it is all good, that all truly is well. And then things line up just like you need them to. Just like you need them to. Surrender is the key. It really is. So I know I talked a whole lot. It's a long video, but today just got to be like that because it's just that type of situation. I mean, this is life-changing and mind-altering. It's changed my whole way of being in terms of just really experiencing how God really came in and said, boop, there you go. 25% chance that I could be carrying a child who's a match for my son. And God worked it out.
Yeah, I really don't have anything, anything really more to say, with the exception of that I'm definitely grateful, definitely thankful, and it truly has been a remarkable experience. I mean, just being our son's father and just walking this walk with him. Just earlier tonight, I was rubbing his belly because he was feeling some pain. I'm just like astounded, dumbfounded. But at the same time, in a space of absolute surrender and recognition that as much as we attempt to be in control, it's really not in our hands. Yes, we tried the in vitro. Prior to this point, we had some situations.
Tried a lot of stuff, not just that.
Yeah. It's been a journey, man. It's really been a journey. But, the seed that's in my wife's belly, that's in my wife's womb, it's coming, and he's a cure. Like my wife said, he's going to do his thing in his own right. And a part of his purpose is he's definitely a blessing to the family, a blessing to Asante, and we give thanks. We really give thanks. One thing that you said before to me, baby, was that whenever we went to church, there's a particular part, where you stand up and you recite your affirmation, and the thing that you've been consistently asking for like years has been.
It's not asking for, but affirming.
Affirming,
yeah, it's really affirming, which is different than asking, because affirming really goes along with belief. I'm declaring that it is so.
That Asante will be cured.
Right, my son's health and his wholeness is what I always said. His health and his wholeness, and it's coming to pass.
We're here, y'all. I mean, it's
we still got a little bit of a journey.
Yeah, we do,
but it's all good. It's already. I mean, I already know. You know what I'm saying? It's worked out. It's worked out. So, I mean, I just really hope that you can take in, again, for your own life, that there's so much that we all have to deal with as people. There's so much pain and so much confusion and so much fear that can accompany us on our life's journey without us even realizing that we're dealing with it. We just kind of struggle through it, or we just don't feel our way through it, just kind of be numb through it. And if there's nothing else that you take from today's message and today's video, it should really be this. I've said it already a couple times, but I really want you to get it. You don't have to have the answer. You don't have to know it all. You don't have to numb yourself through all of this stuff. The sooner you surrender, the sooner you do that. What does surrender mean? I don't have it all figured out, but I know that it's all good. I'm willing to just let go, not try to have a certain way that I'm looking, appearing, not try to keep it all together when I need to cry, not try to go all crazy and, be all over the place when I'm really able to be calm and centered. I'm just going to be authentic. I'm just going to be wherever I am. I'm not going to fake it. I'm just going to make it by surrendering. So we, again, hope that this has been of help to you. We thank you for listening. We know it's been a little long video. We appreciate all of your prayers, all of your thoughts, especially those of you who have been with us on this journey and will continue to share in the journey with us as we now get closer to bringing our baby boy into the world and beginning to nurture him and adding him to our clan of 4, which will now be 5, and as he blesses our oldest son with a brand new life and brand new DNA. To God be all the glory. Ashe. Amen. It is so.
Ashe.